Welcome everyone in the next video on eigenvalues and eigenvectors. In the previous lecture, we have seen the importance of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, definition of eigenvalue and eigenvector, and simple problems based on calculating the eigenvalues of a given matrix. In the today's lecture, we would like to discuss one problem to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Second point I am going to discuss is a shortcut method for calculating the characteristic equation for a given matrix. So let's begin with the problem. So before we start with the problem, I like to discuss two important points regarding the eigenvalues and characteristic equation. Suppose your matrix A will have the characteristic equation given by an lambda raised to n plus an minus 1 into lambda raised to n minus 1 plus an minus 2 into lambda raised to n minus 2 plus and so on a2 into lambda square plus a1 into lambda plus a naught is equal to 0. Then the eigenvalue, that is roots of this characteristic equation, gives the following: sum of eigenvalues is equal to sum of diagonal elements. Next, product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant of matrix A. Okay, so keeping this in mind, for a 3 by 3 matrix, so A is equal to A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. For this matrix, the characteristic equation can be given like this: lambda cube minus a1 plus b2 plus c3, that is sum of diagonal elements, into lambda square plus a1 into b2, b2 plus b2 into c3 plus c3 into a1 minus a2 b1 minus a3 c1 minus b3 c2 into lambda. First term with a plus sign, next term with a minus sign, next term with a plus sign, and last term is again with a minus sign, which is a constant term, which is nothing but determinant of A is equal to 0. So this is the characteristic equation or say shortcut method for characteristic equation of a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, and here the sum of eigenvalue is equal to a1 plus b2 plus c3 and product of diagonal element, not a diagonal element, product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant of A. I hope this idea is clear to everyone. Now this will helps you to solve the problems based on the 3 by 3 matrix in a shortcut way. Okay, now we would like to discuss one question where we take a matrix which we given as a homework for the previous lecture, so that you can compare your values. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of matrix capital A, okay, in the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Sometimes they may ask you a question, find the characteristic values and characteristic vectors of the matrix A. Sometimes the wording would be like this: find the eigenvalues of matrix A and also find their corresponding eigenvectors. In all the direction the question is seen. The matrix is 8, minus 8, minus 2, 4, minus 3, minus 2, 3, minus 4, 1. Okay. Now we have to compute the characteristic equation. So we'll begin with the characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Okay. Now, which gives me determinant of 8 minus lambda minus 8 minus 2, 4 minus 3 minus lambda minus 2, 3 minus 4, 1 minus lambda is equal to 0. Now solving this determinant, we get 8 minus lambda into bracket minus 3 minus lambda into 1 minus lambda minus 4 into minus 2 gives me plus 8 minus, the next term is minus 8 into bracket 4 into 1 minus lambda minus 3 into minus 2, that gives minus 6, plus minus 2 into bracket 4 minus 4, that gives us minus 16, minus 3 into bracket minus 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. Now simplifying all these terms will take much time. Hence what we do is, to get a final value of the characteristic equation, we would like to follow this rule. This is a shortcut rule for a 3 by 3 matrix only. Okay, so we can write directly the first term with a lambda cube minus a1 plus b2 plus c3, that means addition of the diagonal elements. So 8 plus minus 3 plus 1 into lambda square plus a1 b2 c3, a1 b2 means 8 into minus 3, 8 into minus 3, sorry, 8 into minus 3 plus minus 3 into 1 plus 1 into 8 minus 8 into 4 minus 2 into 3 minus 2 into minus 4 into lambda raised to 1. The next term is minus determinant of A is equal to 0. Okay. So 8 minus 3, that is 5, 5 plus 1, that is 6. So we have lambda cube minus 6 lambda square plus 8 3s are 24, but there is a minus sign, so minus 24 minus 3 plus 8, this 8 4s are 32, and this minus sign and this minus become plus, minus become plus, 2 3s are 6, minus become minus, that gives minus 8 into lambda minus determinant of A. One can calculate the determinant of A. Here I am directly providing the value. Determinant of A is equal to 6. Okay. Now plus 8 minus 8 will get cancelled. So minus 6 here. Okay. Plus 8 minus 8 get cancelled. Here is a minus 3 and minus 24, that gives the minus 27, and 32 plus 6, that gives us 36. Oh, sorry, 38. Is it? So what will be the answer? 38 minus 27. It's a 11. Hence we get lambda cube minus 6 lambda square plus 11 lambda minus 6 is equal to 0. Now you have to work out the roots of this equation. To calculate the roots of this equation, you must know the different methods for factorizing a polynomial. Okay, so there is a synthetic division, direct division, so many methods are there. So we follow the synthetic division here. To get the synthetic division, we have the two rules mainly. One is, if I add all the coefficients together, including the constant term, if the addition is a 0, then 1 will be the divisor. If not, addition at alternate places, that is first place, third place, like that, addition of coefficient at odd places and even places are same, then we divide it by -1. Okay, so here you can see minus 6 becomes -12 and 11 plus 1 becomes +12. The addition at alternate places is not same. One time it is +12 and then it is -12. Now you add all the coefficient 1, -6, 11, -6. The sum is 0. Hence we divide it by +1. So 1 into bracket. 1 is a divisor. Synthetic division can be takes place like this: 1, -6, 11, then -6. The 1 is a carry. 1 into 1, 1. So here we get a -5. 1 into -5, -5. 11 minus 5 gives me the +6. And here we get a 0. So now one term is reduced here. As I am dividing by 1, lambda minus 1 is definitely a factor. Now the remaining polynomial is, now cube is, the degree of the polynomial is reduced by now 1. Hence we start with the lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 6 is equal to 0. Now you can easily work out this factorization. So as it is a quadratic equation, the factorization is lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 3. Okay. So hence eigenvalues are lambda is equal to 1, 2 and 3. I hope everyone has got this answer. Now to find the eigenvectors corresponding to lambda is equal to 1, lambda is equal to 2 and lambda is equal to 3. What I will do is, in the today's lecture, I will explain the actual method of calculating the eigenvalues. So here, to find eigenvector x corresponding to eigenvalue lambda, consider an matrix equation, a matrix A minus lambda I into capital X is equal to 0, where A minus lambda I is a well-known matrix. We already calculated this matrix while getting this determinant. See, this is my A minus lambda I matrix and its determinant I am taking here. So we need the same matrix again, A minus lambda I into X, that is a matrix of unknowns, is equal to a 0 matrix. So this is a homogeneous system, and the solution of this homogeneous system, that is the values of this unknown matrix, is nothing but your respective eigenvector. Okay, so A minus lambda I will be 8 minus lambda minus 8 minus 2, 4 minus 3 minus lambda minus 2. Next is 3 minus 4, 1 minus lambda. Into the matrix of unknowns, that is x, y and z, is equal to 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now we go with the one of the eigenvalue. Okay. So here I am just going to take the first eigenvalue, lambda is equal to 3. Okay. That's fine. Lambda is equal to 3. Fine. We get, now what is to be done here? When our job is to substitute 3 in place of the lambda and perform this subtraction. So we get 8 minus 3, that is 5. The remaining entry from the first row as it is. Next 4 minus 3 minus 3, that gives the minus 6. Then the minus 2. Then 3 minus 4 and 1 minus lambda, that is 1 minus 3, that gives me the minus 2. into x, y, z as it is. Now our job is to find the values of x, y and z. See what, okay, I'll explain it once again. What I have done here is I substituted lambda is equal to 3 at this place, in this cell and here also. And I subtracted 8 minus 3, then minus 3 minus 3 and 1 minus 3. So which resulted into this new matrix. Now our job is to solve this system. Solve this system means I want to get zeros at these places. That means I am trying to reduce x from the second and the third row, the coefficient of x from the second and third row, the coefficient of y from the third row. Okay, so that is our aim. Now, to get a 0 here, in place of 4, we want a 0. For that, I would like to use the first row. Then only it is possible. Okay. Now, what to do? Okay. See, I'm just going to define one operation. R2 minus, I need to make 4 minus 4, then only I am getting here 0. Okay, but to get a, to subtract 4 from here, I am using the first row. But in the first row, the number is 5. To make it 4, we need to divide it by 5 first. So when I divide it by 5, I get 1. And once I get a 1 there, multiplied by 4. So I need to multiply it by 4 by 5 to this place. That means I will multiply the first row by 4 by 5 and then subtract it from second row. But in actual calculation, the first row will remain same. There is no change at all. Only change will be takes place in the second row. See how it is going to take place. See, in the first second row, my R2, the first entry is 4 minus 4 by 5 into the first entry in the R1 is 5. So this 5 get cancelled, 4 minus 4 becomes a 0. Okay, next. The next entry in the R2 is minus 6 minus 4 by 5 into minus 8. Okay, so this minus minus become plus. So this gives me 5 6 minus 30 plus 32 divided by 5. So that gives me 2 by 5. Next entry is minus 2 minus 4 by 5 into minus 2. So this gives 5 to the 10. So this is a minus 10 there. Minus minus become plus 8 5, which gives me minus 2 by 5. Okay, so I'm getting 0 at this place. Now I would like to get a 0 here. Again same, R3 minus, here the entry is 3, so I need to divide it by 3. Here is a 3, I need to subtract 3 from here, then only I get a 0. Hence, I need to multiply the first row by 3. As here 5 is present, I need to divide it by 5. So the first entry anyhow going to be a 0. Next is minus 4 minus 3 by 5 into the corresponding entry is minus 8. 5 4s are 20. So this is a minus 20. And minus minus become plus 3 8. This 24. So this provides me 4 by 5. The next entry is minus 2 minus 3 by 5 into their corresponding entry is minus 2. So this gives 5 to the 10, that is minus 10, and minus minus become plus 3 to the 6 divided by 5, which provides me minus 4 by 5. X, Y and Z. Okay, now to make this entry 0, it's very easy because I need to use the second row only. So while doing the second row, with the second row, here it is 2 by 5. If I multiply it by 2, we get a 4 by 5. So subtraction is quite easy rather than the previous. So R3 minus 2 times R2. So first row as it is, there is no change. Second row also as it is, there is no change. And the third row, 2 2s are 4 but this is minus 2 and plus 2 becomes minus 4 by 5, and this 4 by 5 becomes a 0. Now minus 2 into minus 2 by 5, that gives plus 4 by 5, and this is minus 4 by 5 gives me a 0. While getting the zeros at this place, we get a 0 at another places, it's okay, no worry. Rather, it is actually needed here, because what is our expectation? Our expectation is eigenvector is never be 0. It is not a 0 vector. See, if the rank of A is equal to number of unknowns in case of a, I'll repeat again, in case of a, this is a homogeneous system. In case of a homogeneous system, if rank of the matrix is same as the number of unknowns, then we get only a trivial solution. And in case of a homogeneous system, trivial solution is nothing but a 0 vector, or say 0 values, okay, which is not of use, because this is, we are trying to find out the eigenvectors, na? So while getting the eigenvectors, we required a non-zero eigenvector. It has to be a non-zero, na, basically. That's why. So what is expected in this problem? It is expected that your matrix A minus lambda I should have number of non-zero rows less than number of unknowns. In other words, the rank of A minus lambda I should be less than number of unknowns, then only it is possible. Now I rewrite the equations. 5x minus 8y minus 2z is equal to 0. 2 by 5 into y minus 2 by 5 into z is equal to 0. Okay, well, you can take 2 by 5 common and shift it to the right hand side, which provides me y minus z is equal to 0. Okay. Now we have to calculate the values. Fine. Now here I am just going to explain you a one more way of getting the answers. Earlier what we do is, when we come to know the rank is less than number of unknowns, there are infinitely many solutions. So here we need to check the number of linearly independent solutions also. Hence, here coefficient matrix of system is a matrix A minus lambda I. The rank of A minus lambda I is equal to 2, because there are only 2 non-zero rows present. Number of unknowns is say 3. Therefore, number of linearly independent rows not linearly independent rows, it is linearly independent solutions. Number of linearly independent solution is equal to number of unknowns minus rank. That is, only one linearly independent solution is expected. So what we do is, see, this is our system. 5x minus 8y minus 2z is equal to 0, and y minus z is equal to 0. Earlier what we do? Earlier, to get a solution set, we used to substitute, say, z is equal to t, where t is any real number, like that. But here we require a particular solution, some particular value, which is to be linearly independent. Okay. So to get it, what we do is, generally we substitute some value. Most of the times I will substitute 1 or 2, say minus 1, like that. Simple values I will substitute. So put z is equal to 1. So when I substitute z is equal to 1 from the second equation, we get y is from the second equation we get y is equal to 1. Okay. Now put z is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 in 5x minus 8y minus 2z is equal to 0, which gives me 5x minus 8 into 1 minus 2 into 1. So this gives minus 10 shifted to the right hand side, which gives me 5x is equal to plus 10. So this gives me x is equal to 2. Hence my eigenvector x is 2, y is 1 and z is 1. So 2, 1, 1. is my expected linearly independent eigenvector. Is it okay? I hope this idea is clear to everyone. Before we conclude today's lecture, I just like to verify the equation which we discussed in the previous video, Ax is equal to lambda x, for today's example. Our A is the matrix given by 8 minus 8 minus 2, then 4 minus 3 minus 2, then 3 minus 4 and 1. Okay, and the x which we calculated is 2 1 1. Okay, and the lambda which we have taken here is 3. So the value of x is 211 and lambda is 3. Now we have to check whether the product which I am getting on the left side and the product which I am getting on the right hand side is equal or not. So that is the only case we have to check. So 8 into 2, 16, minus 8 into 1 is minus 8, and minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2. So that gives me 6 in place of the first. Then second row, this first column, 4 2s are 8, minus 3 into 1, minus 3, minus 2 into 1, minus 2. So that gives me this 3. Okay. Next, 3 into third row and the first column, 3 2s are 6, we get minus 4 into 1, that gives me the minus 4, and 1 into 1 gives me the 1. Okay, so this is 3 to the 6, then minus 4, and then plus 1. So which gives me the plus 3 here. So on the left hand side the product is this. Now what about the right hand side product? So I am multiplying a matrix by a scalar. So scalar multiplication takes place entry wise. So I am multiplying this scalar with each and every entry of this matrix. So 3 2s are 6, 3 into 1 3, 3 into 1 3. Now you can see our equation which we have discussed is verified. Now I am expecting you to calculate the eigenvectors for lambda is equal to 1 and lambda is equal to 2 as an homework. This part I am leaving as an homework for you, and once you finish it, you can post it your answers. In the next video, we are going to see more problems with shortcut methods. Okay, thank you everyone.